because those jackasses totally got it soaked.
Oh. Wow. Well, on the bright side, I'm going to have plenty of energy to do my 3 workouts today. I don't know if you could see the number on the scale, but it was 166. That is up 6 pounds from yesterday. I can't remember the last time I weighed that much. It's been weeks. I mean, it's not like I gained 6 pounds of fat overnight. I really didn't eat that much in context yesterday. I mean, 2 burgers and cheese fries is, I don't know, somewhere around 4,000 calories, and I burned 3,500 yesterday, so just a surplus of 500. Also, I threw up last night. I got up at, I don't know, like maybe 11 o'clock. I fell right asleep at like 8:30, but I got up and threw up. I'm glad I made it to the toilet and didn't throw up on the floor, because I don't know how I would clean that up. So despite throwing up and only eating at a 500 calorie surplus yesterday, I am up 6 pounds. You know, the food I had yesterday was good. I just think specifically the fries were too salty. I remember I made a comment to the bartender. I was like, these fries are really good, but they taste just like Lay's potato chips. Usually fries don't taste like Lay's potato chips, but that's how salty they were. And so I think that's what all the weight is that I had so much sodium with that meal yesterday that I'm just totally bloated. But my glycogen stores are full. I'm gonna have plenty of energy for my workouts. And as much as I'd like to cut back on the eating, where I'm eating tonight, I don't think I'll be able to do that. Stay tuned.
So yeah, I wasn't feeling good from the night before. As good as those burgers were at Standard Tavern, I was just sick to my stomach, but I felt better after throwing up. So I had to run. I decided to run first, so I went down to the strip again to run in the shade of the buildings, because even early in the morning in Las Vegas, it gets very hot. I mean, still in the upper 80s, 90s. So I only had to run 6 miles or so for an hour. And so I went to the strip, started at Treasure Island again. Here I am. Like, I'm not tired, but I had to stop about halfway and go inside the bathroom at Planet Hollywood and throw up again. So, yeah, I pretty much bisected my run in half. So my stomach just still wasn't having it. And I was kind of worried, because I was like, what do I do? Do I take the day off and such? But I didn't, because at this time I was like, I'm not feeling that bad, because every time I would throw up, I would feel better. And so I know it's gross, but that's just how I was feeling this morning. So what I did is I went to CVS and got some Pepto-Bismol, and I was like, I'll take some of this, see how I feel after laying on the bed for a couple hours, and there you go. So probably not a bad idea to go get some Pepto-Bismol. I was really, really making sure I got the last drop.
All right, after the Pepto-Bismol and laying down on the bed for about 45 minutes, I'm feeling better, so I'm gonna go give this bike ride a shot. Just a 90-minute ride. The problem with riding your bike around here, though, is the elevation. Even for a short ride, I mean, it's impossible to pretty much find a flat course. You're gonna have to deal with it one way or the other. So the route I picked today is 25 miles. And it's all uphill the first half, all downhill the second half. I mean, the elevation plot looks like a mountain.
So yeah, I went back to my church that I went to on Sunday to start from there, just because that's probably the best place to ride bikes for a 90-minute ride like I was doing. So yeah, that's the elevation plot of the bike ride I was doing. So yeah, literally uphill the first half, downhill the second half. And it was hot. It was already about 105, 106. And so here I am finished. You can just see me drenched in sweat. It was a hot bike ride. Not tiring, but hot, and that definitely affects your performance. But I'm glad I biked out in that heat for my Ironman, because it was 95 on Ironman day, so it paid off. And so then afterwards, I went to go swim at the Pavilion Center in Summerlin, but I had no idea it was right next to a high school that was getting out. And Las Vegas high schools get out for at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock is when they're out for the day. And so look, here I am stuck around all this traffic just trying to park. And yeah, so I finally get in, and this was a very eventful swim. Not the swim itself, but let me tell you what happened. So I was doing my typical Tuesday swim, and it was fine. It was a nice pool and everything, and then all of a sudden, you could see all these like high schoolers starting to get ready to get in. So I thought I was okay. They're getting ready to do swim practice, but I thought they would warn me and I didn't. So I'm in the middle of swimming my laps and all of a sudden there's like 5 swimmers in my lane and I was mad. I got out of the pool and I got into it with their swim coach and me and him were going back and forth with each other. I was like, you guys could have at least warned me. I paid my own money to come swim here and I have every right, to not have people cannonball me and jump on me. Not only that, but they got my bag wet. They got the camera that I had filming wet, everything wet. I was mad. And so finally, after fighting with this coach, he went and got the staff, I guess the city employees that run the place. And I thought they were going to come kick me out, but they did not kick me out. Instead, they apologized, refunded my money, and even gave me a free visit for the next time. They're apologizing because they're like, yeah, that's not right. You're a paying customer. You should have at least been warned, or been made aware that they're about to, all my stuff was all wet because, they got my bag totally soaked. No warning or anything. I was heated. I don't look that mad right here, but I was heated and I was going at it with the coach and the coach was going at it with me. It was pretty epic. So yeah, Pavilion Center Pool in Summerlin. I can't get my Osmo camera to work because those jackasses totally got it soaked. So they apologized to me again on the way out. They gave me my $3 back that it cost to get in. They were all apologizing and everything. They said I'm not the first person who's complained about that either. But yeah, just total BS. I was supposed to swim 3,300. I only got 2,200 in, but that's fine. But I'm going to get a massage right now, but my Osmo, it's not working right now. Maybe I need to let it dry out, but that's the camera that I would take into get a massage with, so if you don't see any footage from my massage today, it's because that camera's not working. So this might be it until I'm out. So yeah, that was the same camera that broke at Lake Mead, but I didn't know at the time. So here I'm getting a massage. It wasn't bad at all, a lot cheaper. So I went to this place instead of a massage place at one of the casinos because it's half the price. I mean, why overpay for a massage at the casinos? I think I paid like 80 or 90 bucks, and I think at the casinos it's 180, 200 for the same amount of time. But it was in downtown Summerlin, a Hand and Stone. They're all over the place. And then afterwards, I went to go eat. And where was I going to eat? Well, what I'm saying right here is I'm going to Bachannal Buffet at Caesars, the most expensive all-you-can-eat buffet in Las Vegas at the time of recording this video. And here I am just kind of explaining my buffet strategy, what I was going to do. And so even though I had a reservation and everything, you still had to wait in line for quite a bit before I actually got in. As you can see right there, all those people in line, those are people with reservations. So you pretty much need a reservation to get in line. But yeah, they had a ton of seafood options, as you can see right there. They had a ton of options. Definitely the largest buffet I've been to, just an endless amount of options, every kind of food you can have. It wasn't too bad. Was it worth I think $90 after all is said and done, taxes and tip and everything? I don't think so. I was actually pretty disappointed with the desserts. The crepe station was good, but everything else is pretty subpar, and I think really what you're paying for at Bachannal is just the vast selection and the seafood options, but really the selection's good, but the quality is really no much more better than cheaper places in town. You're paying for the options. And so the seafood options were good, but I'm really not a big fan of seafood at buffets. I feel like it always kind of disappoints. If I'm going to eat seafood, it's going to be at a place that specializes in seafood, like an actual seafood restaurant. I just feel, I had some crab legs and everything, and I think some lobster claws and the octopus, it was all good. Don't get me wrong, but for 80 bucks, there's some of the seafood I had. It was just, it was okay. And what was really the best thing that I had there was their meats. Their brisket was actually pretty good. And me being from Texas, the brisket. But I had a ton. And so I was eating with a family that let me sit with them, and they were surprised at how much I was able to eat. They were just stunned. Absolutely stunned. But yeah, there's some of the desserts right there. I was just very underwhelmed by the desserts, But anyway, not worth the 90 bucks, but I'm glad I went to know if it was worth it. So there I'm speculating about Area 15, which I decided to go do even though I was tired. I just wanted to see if it was worth it. So there I am saying right there, let's see if it's worth it. So really what I went to go do was go into Omega Mart, which is one of the attractions at Area 15. And Omega Mart was kind of like don't even know how to describe it. Kind of like a grocery store exhibit with this thing behind it, like all these, kind of like a fun house in a way. Just a bunch of different, like, you could make it interactive if you wanted to, but I just kind of took in the sights and sounds, kind of walked around and see what it all had to offer. But you could definitely dive deep into the lore and everything on these computers and look at like the walls and all the writings and everything. What kind of disappointed me though was that some of the things were closed, and you still had to pay full price. So there I'm messing with this like a ampulator, and like it's kind of like a fun house, some illusions and everything like that. Also like a maze in a way. You kind of found some like little crawl spaces go into like that. But definitely a weird, trippy art exhibit almost. I just kind of checked it out. But yeah, the slides were closed. I was very disappointed in that. You know, the slides, one of the main points of going to a Mega Mart, those are all closed for whatever reason. I don't know why. But like I said, you could read these things, get deep into the lore, mess around with some of the interactive things, climb up the stairs and go up to the second levels. It was pretty big, kind of like a adult. I don't want to say adult Chuck E. Cheese, but you could definitely explore for quite a bit. But yeah, you couldn't actually go down the slides for whatever reason. So yeah, there are tunnels and just optical illusions and everything like that. So the question is, did I think it was worth, I think $50 to get in? No. Maybe 30. So anyway, I was kind of disappointed. But anyway, like I said, I went in just to see what it was all about. And Omega Mart being the one with the most hype. That's why I picked Omega Mart. So after that, I decided to go play some Blackjack. Kind of like how I played craps the night before, but I went to Palace Station, which wasn't that far from Area 15, to go play Blackjack. Same rules. I was going to put like $250 down and quit whenever I won either $125 or lost $125. I think that was the rules. And I was going to try to find the most, I think I went to Palace Station because they had, 3-2 Blackjack, favorable rules to the player and everything. So, I went into Palace Station, went to the blackjack table, and here I am counting my chips. So I played 3 hands. 3 hands, and I won 3 of them. 2 of them were wins on double down. So it took me only 3 hands to win. I was playing $25 a hand, so I won $125 really quick. I was there for like not even 5 minutes. And so then I went back to... Got another triple workout tomorrow. Not looking forward to it. It's kind of weird. In the 21 weeks I've been doing my Ironman training, I've actually enjoyed it. I looked forward to my workouts. I enjoyed them. But on this vacation, it's been the opposite. I hate it. It feels like a major chore, a major burden. And I think that's because I'm on vacation, When you're on vacation, you want to relax and do things you normally don't do. And I just feel like the Ironman stuff is getting in the way of, actually enjoying myself here, which is fine. The show must go on. That's the thing, though. Not only does Ironman training take up time, it also saps all my energy. Like, I really had no energy to go to Area 15 and play Blackjack tonight, but I made myself do it. But anyway, I got to do another triple workout tomorrow, which will suck up pretty much the entire morning and afternoon. Anyway, this isn't about complaining. This is about having a good time. So let's continue having a good time. I'm going to go to sleep, which will be a good time. I need the rest. And after my training tomorrow, we'll have some more fun times. So that wraps it up for today, Tuesday, August 30th. Enjoy the view.